Hi Gypsies, this is Joy, and today's reading will be that age-old question, why did this happen to me? We're going to go into 3 different areas. Choose the one that's most accurate for your question. We've got the work environment, why did something happen to me in this work environment? Love, love relationship, and family, why did it happen to me in my family? So, you've got 3 pouches to choose from. You've got this Faux, which means fake, snakeskin print pouch. And then you've got this caramel colored snakeskin pouch. I love snakeskin. And then this one has got sort of a gold metallic-y background to it. So you've got 3 to choose from, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please comment, by the way, on any videos that you would like to see me do as well. That'd be great. All right, Gypsies, thank you so much. Oh, by the way, I am doing a second tarot pouch giveaway. I will leave a link for it in the comments area, so click on that. All you need to do is put your name and that you would like to win the tarot card pouch. It is free. You don't have to be a subscriber, so just click on that link, put your name, say you want to have that pouch, and you'll be entered. Okay, so as soon as I get to 300. Hi Gypsies, you are group 1. You chose the work environment to look at. Why did this happen to me? Okay, and this is the lighter skin snakeskin, faux snakeskin tarot card pouch. So let's see what we've got in here. First of all, we have the blue container, which is Lavender Scent. And this is about relaxation for anxiety and helping menstrual cramps. Okay, so let's go ahead and spray this. Okay. All right. And let's go ahead and see the stone in here. This is F5. It's a green and purple stone. It's really pretty. All right, that one, 5, is a green ruby zoisite, and also known as aniolite, is an amazing natural mineral combination. Ruby is the stone of courage and strength and purges any fear or anxiety that sit within us daily. Green zoisite energies produces growth and fertility in all aspects of life. So both of those stones together, how cool is that? So, and what I'm really hearing with this is the anxiety part. And you are anxious. I switched around my lights a little bit because I really wanted you to see this stone. Do you see the green and the purple? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else we've got in our pouch. Here's our tarot cards. And let's begin. All right, why did this happen to me? We're going to first look, of course, at your past. All right. Suffering in silence. Okay. Okay, this is a 9 of Pentacles. And Page of Swords. All right, I'm getting a strong indication of you being teased a lot as a child, and you wanted to appear strong, and so a lot of times you internalized the pain. A lot of times you pretended like you weren't hurt. It looks like other members of your family, specifically the person or persons that were teasing you in the family, didn't, because you did internalize the pain and you didn't go to anybody to complain, everything was fine for them. Okay, so here you are by yourself, suffering in silence. And here they are having a good old time. Okay? And this feels like it was verbal abuse. Okay? So that's what we're dealing with here. And by the way, this is for a work kind of environment that you've got this question. Okay? So now let's look at the next step. Okay? Okay. Heart chakra. All right. These are swords, and this is upside down. 2 of Swords. And the Knight of Cups. So, I'm feeling like at work. Now I can understand why your heart was closed in the past. You felt like you had to close yourself off because there was so much pain involved there, okay? Now, it looks like your guides want you to open your heart again, and it might feel a little odd, it might feel a little different, but you are an adult now, you are in a different place, and you need to understand that you closing your heart off when you were a child was something that was a necessity, or you felt like it was a necessity, and it's not necessary now. It's okay to let people in, and this feels like, okay, and this is a work kind of thing. So it feels like because you were in this habit of internalizing everything, like what you did as a child, suffering in silence, you did not have your side of the story told, okay? So it sounds like it was this whole this habit again of having a coworker be mean to you like your siblings, okay? And because you didn't say anything to the boss, and this is your boss was blindfolded. They didn't know what was really happening because you didn't say anything. All they saw was one side, and they didn't see your side, okay? Because you didn't say anything. So you need to understand not to feel ashamed or embarrassed. This is just a habit that you got into, okay? So what your guides want you to do is to come forward with the news of you, okay? So they're not saying that you have to cry and maybe explode like as a child. What they're saying is you go in as an adult and you just very calmly tell your side of the story. Okay? So that is the next step that they want you to take, if at all possible. Now, maybe some of you over this incident or incidents may have been let go. So the next step in this case would be maybe to, since you're not in the job environment anymore, would be to write a letter that you're not actually going to send. But just write the letter and explain yourself as if you were talking to the boss, and this will get it off your chest. And that's your next step, okay? Now, let's look at prevention, okay? And that would be a good thing for this. Prevention, movement, choices, and decisions. Now, this is upside down. It's a pretty card, isn't it? All right. Oh, upside down too, and this is 10 of Swords. Queen of Pentacles, and this is right side up. So as far as prevention, what they're saying is, of course, to prevent it, would to be to move on from what happened to you as a child and make different decisions. Okay? Transform yourself. Now, this may be sort of an obvious, easy kind of sounding thing. Well, when you're in a habit that you developed as a child, it's not easy, because a lot of times you don't even see what's happening, because this is such a habit. This is just something that's a normal part of your life. You don't question it. And what they want you to do is to question it, is to look at what happened, how you reacted, and change it. So what I'm hearing very strongly is, when you don't voice what's in your heart, when you don't voice that, your boss, or whomever, in this case it would be your boss, can only make the decision based on the information that they have. And you might also realize that sometimes, even when you do voice what's going on in your heart and what happened, the boss might still side with the other side. But at least you got it out. At least it's not bottled up and you're not suffering in silence anymore. Okay? The other thing I'm hearing is, of course, suffering in silence will also lead to physical problems in your body. Okay? So that's something to think about. So hold up your truth, and even if the decision comes out that you might not like in the work environment, at least you got the ability to say it. And you might be surprised that even if you were to still get fired or reprimanded or whatever, you might just think, well, at least I got to say it. Okay? At least I got to say my piece. And maybe that might be fine for you. Maybe it won't. Maybe you still won't like the decision, and you'll decide to leave the job. Or maybe you were forced to leave the job. Either way, you're going to feel a lot better that you at least said your truth. Because when you suffer in silence like this, you give away your power. You've got something inside of you to say. And when you don't say it, you give away your power. Okay? Now, we're going to look at the lesson for this. And this is authority, upside down. And this is the 9 of Wands, upside down. Okay, interesting. And the Hierophant. Okay, I'm hearing this very clearly. Okay, so because of the way that you were brought up, suffering in silence and all of that, and not being able to move on, what they're saying, the lesson is in all of that, is to remember to look at authority figures as not above you. Okay? Put them in the proper place. It doesn't mean you should treat them with disrespect. What they're saying is, put it in proper perspective. They're not your parent, and you can still disagree with them and get your piece out. And when you decide to look at them in a different light, not like they're somebody that you can't talk back to or professionally talk to, they want you to start doing that. And if it's hard right now, you can practice in a mirror or something like that. But practice what you want to say. Don't think of them as like God or something. You can tell them your piece. You can tell them. They might not want to hear it, but if you're respectful and say what's in your heart, that's what they want you to do. Just be prepared for the consequences, okay? And that's why you have one of those, what do you call that, an FU fund? And all that is money set aside where if something happens in the work environment, you can fall back on that money, okay? That also gives you power, because then if something really bad happens in the workplace, you can move on and not feel like you have to put up with it for 20 years or whatever, okay? The other thing, the other lesson is don't feel like a victim with all these people hating on you, okay? And that's another solution that an FU fund would do. If you've got the money put away, and it doesn't have to be a significant amount, but at least an amount to fall back on if you feel like you really need to walk away from this job, okay? But this baggage of you from feeling like a victim as a child is still causing you to be very suspicious of everybody around you, okay? It's closed your heart off, okay? So leave that baggage behind and give these people a chance, okay? And the Hierophant, of course, is looking at things with a rational eye and being able to put things in proper perspective, okay? And not assuming. Okay? So that's a lesson you want to take from this. Don't just assume bad things. Don't just put up with a bad job environment. Be proactive. Take your power back. Talk to the boss if things are not going how you're wanting them to go, and just explain yourself. And if it doesn't work out the way you'd like it to work out, at least you can do something about it, whether it would be leaving your job or just sort of laying on the line, this is what you're going to put up with, and if it's not, then at least you at least say your piece, and you may decide to stay there anyway. But it's important for you to get out what you feel. It's so important for you to get it out. And that's a great lesson to learn from this. It took me years and years to get that message myself. All right, let's see what your little fairy is wanting to tell you. Oh, this is interesting. The same card. Yeah, this is obviously a very, very important lesson that they want you to know. Don't think of everybody as the enemy, okay? This is all about a broken heart. When you were growing up, feeling like a victim, suffering in silence. Okay? And this is the High Priestess, and what your fairy is telling you is trust your senses, trust your intuition about a situation and about people, and don't constantly say to yourself, oh, that can't be right, okay? You have a built-in system telling you whether what you're feeling doesn't feel right or not. Now, it's a little bit skewed because you're still thinking of yourself as a victim and everybody hating on you, but you do have that. And when you're able to put things into proper perspective, it's going to get even stronger, okay? So just don't beat yourself up. It's okay. You're going to get there. Yeah. It's just a habit. That's all it is a habit that you've developed from when you were younger, okay? Yeah. You feel like you've got a hole inside of you from that time period. It was painful. You're all knotted up inside. You feel like you need protection. And this reminds me of a tiger eye. Protection stone. Okay, so thank you, Gypsies, and let me do a little bit of meditation for you, because I feel like you feel a little sad and tearful. So go ahead and just lay back in your chair, as long as it's got a back to it, and close your eyes, and I'll close my eyes too. And I want to give you just a real nice long distance hug, okay? And I want you to imagine that maybe I'm your mother or your father, and maybe both. And you're sitting on either one of their laps, and they're rocking you in the rocking chair, and they're kissing the top of your head, and they're giving you a nice secure hug. And you feel like nothing can go wrong in the whole world because it just feels so nice and you feel so loved. And then they say, I love you, and you know they mean it. Okay? All right. That was nice. All right, gypsies. Look in the comments below, by the way, about my second tarot card pouch giveaway. And all you need to do is put in your name in the comments area and say that you'd like to win the pouch. You don't have to be a subscriber. And I will be doing the giveaway when I get to 300 subscribers, okay? So, all right, gypsies. I'll see you in a couple of days. Bye. Hi, gypsies. You are group 2. You chose to look at the love relationship kind of why did this happen to me, okay? And this is the caramel colored snakeskin pouch. Let's see what we've got in here. We've got the tarot cards, and this is the lavender, and this is good for relaxation, to get rid of anxiety. So yeah, it sounds like you're a little bit upset about things. Let's see what kind of stone. Okay. This is 5. This is a picture Jasper stone. I like that. That is powerful grounding stone that promotes connection to the earth. Some view this stone as a direct message from the earth itself, instilling a sense of proportion, bringing comfort, alleviating fear, and cultivating harmony. Very wonderful. So if you wanted to get this kind of a stone and hold it in your left hand and meditate, and maybe sit cross-legged, sit on the ground, lay on the ground at the park or something like that, that'd be very helpful. That'd be wonderful. And obviously this is a very beautiful stone that you can get jewelry with as well and wear it against your skin. So this sounds like it's a great grounding stone, and it feels like that's definitely what you're needing with this love relationship right now. It has sent you into, the cosmos. It feels like you had a relationship that happened very quickly, and you were not grounded at the time, so you maybe made some decisions that were a little, maybe something that you would not have done now, okay? But then it was all pie in the sky, everything was great, and it feels like this person took advantage of you, okay? So let's look at the past right now. Okay. Oh, crown chakra. Oh, that's a beautiful red, red purple. This is upside down. We're looking at the past. The hangman, and this is upside down. Okay. And oh, this is upside down too. 8 of Swords. All right. So. And this is your past. Okay, so yeah, it feels like when you were growing up, things happened that confused you. It feels like you came to some conclusions as a child according to what you were seeing, and people were telling you, no, that's not really what's going on. And they were lying to you. They were lying to you. So it sounds like they were protecting somebody. And I keep feeling alcohol. So, yeah, this sounds like a dysfunctional kind of family environment that you grew up in. So you were trying to figure things out. You went to what you considered somebody trusted, and you're trying to figure it out and say to them, how come they do that? And then they totally denied it. And they said, oh, no, that's not what's happening. So you grew up very confused, and you were doubting things that you knew to be true. So you thought one thing, but they reversed it on you. Okay? Wow. Yeah. So you don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself. You're not trusting what you're getting. Wow. Okay. So your next step in this relationship, this love relationship, and it feels like, at least for some of you, it is no more. Although you've got hopes. Okay. Victory and success. This is upside down. We're looking at your next step. The Devil card. This is upside down. And the Queen of Cups. So, okay, your next step in order to get the victory and success that you deserve and that you need is to come to terms with what happened, and not to pretend something else. You can do this. You can look full in the face at what really happened, and it will just hurt for a second, but once you've come to the conclusion and accepted it, then you can move on. So your next step is to do a, what do you call, there's a word for it, but what you're essentially going to be doing is just being honest about what happened. Okay? You're just going to look and see, and some of this might be your responsibility and the other person as well, but just come to the conclusion and figure out what happened. And be honest. Be honest. Okay? Now this is going to be a part of the reading to talk about prevention. Okay, Triumph. That's a nice card. 7 of Wands, upside down, and 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so the prevention basically is not to give away your power. It feels like you were so pie in the sky about this relationship and thought it was the best thing. You were not willing to look at the things that were not quite right. You were so excited about this relationship that you moved forward very quickly and did not actually look at what was really going on. So the prevention is not to close your heart, but to make the other person earn your love and your trust and respect. Did they even earn it, or did you just immediately give it away without them earning it? When you do that, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to respect you for it. Yeah. you weren't looking at the red flags that were there. You were fighting the red flags that you knew that were there, the problems that were hitting you in the face. You were so dead set on this relationship that you refused to look at what was really happening. Now, it would be great if you had a best friend that you could just run things by, a very positive best friend that has your back and won't belittle you for you telling them honestly what's going on in the relationship and seeing what they think. Somebody that you trust, that won't make fun of you or put you down. But you need a sounding board, because if you miss these red flags, it might be good to have somebody else tell you what they are. Okay? In a kind way, but in an honest way. Okay? Alright, let's look at the lesson. Choose wisely. 10 of Wands. Okay. Alright, I'm getting this clearly. And the high. Okay. Okay. The lesson for you, this is very obvious. Choose wisely. It feels like you were not patient, and this was more of a relationship that just came up all of a sudden, and you were dead set that this was going to be the one. Okay? Don't look so hard for love. Don't try so hard. Enjoy yourself. Have people respect you. Respect your choices. Respect your time. Don't immediately say yes to everything. Think about what you really want. And don't be worried about a missed chance if you tell them, no, you're not available that day for a date or something like that. If they really want to be with you, they will find a way. Okay? And listen to your intuition telling you if there are warnings. I say red flags, they're warnings. Warnings about things that are not quite right. Okay? So that's your lesson. That's your lesson. Alright, let's look at some of this. Oh, actually, let's see what the fairy wants to tell you. Alright. Oh, isn't that it? I you know what? I just love... Okay. The Hangman. Okay. And the fairy just wants to underline the fact that what you were thinking was happening as a child was true, okay? You were just lied to. Okay? And the fairy is also saying, don't let anybody be mean to you. That's so sweet. And you have choices. The fairy is saying you have choices. Don't pick the first one that comes if it's not compatible, okay? That's nice. That's really nice. The fairy loves you. Okay, let's look at some bric-a-brac. Okay. And this is what kind of flower is that? I can't remember exactly. But anyway, if it feels like it's saying that you are a flower in bloom. And respect yourself. You are a precious flower. I'm feeling like with this circle, it's saying don't take shortcuts. Go all the way around and make yourself a whole person. Finding out what you love about yourself, what makes you special, before you take the shortcut to find love and being a half of a person. Do you see that? Instead of going all the way around and becoming a well-rounded person, you take a shortcut and then you become half of a person. You need to find out about yourself. What makes you special, what makes you tick, what makes you happy. That is so important. If you don't know that, you will not know who will make you happy. You won't have any clue. I know what I'm talking about because I did this. I did this for a long time. Okay? You don't make the wisest choices if you don't know who you are. Okay? All right. Gypsies. I am giving away one of my free tarot card pouches. I make these. And it will be in the comments below the link that you can go to put in your name and that you would like a free tarot card pouch. Okay? Alright. Thank you, Gypsies. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And you have a great day, Gypsies. Bye. Hi, Gypsies. You're group 3. You chose to look at the family aspect of this why did this happen to me question. And you chose, wow, look at that sparkle. This is a snakeskin looking fabric with gold. Well, I'm glad I have that light down there. You can really see that now. But anyway, so let's go ahead and begin. Okay, we've got our tarot cards. Let's look at the scent. I just had that. Okay, here it is. You know what? This is the third time I chose lavender. Lavender Scent. And this is for relaxation. So it feels like you're dealing with some stress right now. Okay, now let's look and see the stone that's in the pouch here. All right. I bet this is sodalite. Isn't that pretty? Okay, this is B1. Let's see. Oh, this is Lapis, symbol of royalty and honor, gods and power, spirit and vision. It is a universal symbol of wisdom and truth. Wow, that's nice. Okay, very nice. All right, let's get into the reading. Why did this happen to me? We're going to first look at your past, which definitely, oh, firm foundation. Okay. And this is with your family. Judgment. And Page of Wands. You know, I'm feeling like your family was a pillar of the community. And what they said goes, okay? So you were brought up in a family, I don't know if there was a lot of wealth there, but definitely you had a lot of clout. You would say, you know, the last name of your family and people were like, oh, okay. So you may have gotten away with some stuff. And I'm feeling like here, carrying a torch of what you felt was right in judgment, it almost feels like if your family wasn't involved in the legal area, whether being a judge, you know, your father or mother was a judge, definitely your family had some clout in the community. And this caused you some problems when you were growing up because you really got away with a lot and you got your comeuppance. You got your comeuppance. All right, so let's look at next step. Power. Ooh, yes, that's what I was feeling, is power. Wow. But you don't have that power anymore. Page of Pentacles. You're still finding your way. Five of Cups upside down. I've got a feeling that you decided to go a different way than your family. And you have definitely a loss of power. You don't have this power that has to do with your family anymore. And it may even be by your choice, or it may be that they decided that they weren't going to have anything more to do with you. But you're just finding your place now. And yeah. And you're okay, and so your next step is to find your happiness, and it feels like it's going to be in an area, and you know this, in an area that your family is either going to make fun of, they're going to judge you for it, they're going to make fun of you. But to make you happy, you've got to do this. You've got a lot of spilled cups here from trying this out, but you need to continue. Okay, you need to continue. Don't look at these spilled cups. You need to continue and find what your star, what you're meant to do, and what will make you happy. Okay, that's your next step. All right, your prevention, spiritual strength. Not looking at the past. That's 3 of Wands. And 5 of Wands. Yeah, 5 of Wands. Seeing this here, and this is prevention. Build on your spiritual strength. This is going to be something that it sounds like your family is not in love with spirituality. They may think it's fake. They may make fun of it. But your prevention, and I'm feeling that you are feeling really bad because you've had a falling out with your family. So your prevention is continuing to look forward, because that's where your happiness lies. Build on your spiritual strength. And it doesn't say to cut your parents out of your life, but to put them in perspective. And with this spirituality, you will be able to slay your dragons that are in your mind. You will be able to do that, building on your spirituality. Look how strong this is. Okay? It's ethereal, it's see-through, but look how strong. Okay? And what is the lesson out of all of this? Triumph. 3 of Cups, but we've got that upside down. And Queen of Wands. All right, so your lesson is to find your inner strength, your inner spiritual strength, which you've got, and to find your happiness, even though the situation with your family is obviously very upsetting. but that is the way you will, that's the way you will triumph. Look how strong this character is on this horse. Look how strong he is. Look how his hair is, he or she is whipping around in the breeze because he's moving forward. It's not saying to be disrespectful or mean to your family, but it's saying to put everything in proper perspective and to move accordingly. And if they're not respecting your decisions, let them know your piece. Let them know. And at that point, if nothing changes, then you might just see them maybe not as often as they would like. But you can't give up what you really want. And it sounds diametrically opposed to what they want for you. I'll tell you, I can just feel that. Let's look at what the fairy is wanting to tell you. Okay. Oh, yeah. So, okay. Yeah, the fairy just wants to reiterate, follow your star. Follow what you really want in your heart. And you might not want to look for handouts from your family anymore because it feels like they're going to use that as a weapon, whether it's their money or their clout. They're going to hold you hostage if you decide to ask them for a favor. That's something that you need to hear. I'm hearing that. They use their money and their clout as a weapon, as a way to get you to do what they want. So you keep that in mind. And if there's any other way you can ask somebody else for a favor, that might be something that you want to do. Okay? Let's look at some bric-a-brac here. See what messages that we get. Okay. So, I'm feeling like here, with this heart, I'm feeling like your family, you feel like they've really carved some really painful niches in your heart. But it's okay. It makes a beautiful, it's beautiful. It's like having wrinkles as you get older. And I tend to think of that as a beautiful thing. It's weathered you. You can see the pain and the incidences that the person has gone through, and that can be very beautiful because they withstood that. Okay, I'm feeling here life might seem sort of a jumbled mess right now, but it will even out. It will become a straight line. Okay. And I feel like your family life, you feel broken. This used to be a circle. It's not a circle anymore. It's broken. Oh, and you know you got two hearts, actually. This heart and this heart. So for this heart, see how there's a keyhole there. And I'm feeling like what they're saying is for the key to your heart to be open, you deserve respect. And to not just give away, your love and your attention to anyone. You deserve for them to find the key to to see what ticks, to see what makes you tick. Okay? All right. And I see a feather here. I'm hearing you will live to write about it. I don't understand what that means, but I heard that very distinctly. Wow. Yeah, this is been a lot of stress for you, a lot of stress. So the lavender might be something that you really want to look at in your bath, and especially since you're dealing with your spirituality, you're learning to know yourself better and what you want. So that might be, treat yourself well. Treat yourself well. And just because your mother calls doesn't mean you have to talk to her immediately. I don't know what that, but I'm hearing that. So for some of you, calm down if you're feeling stressed, and when you're feeling better, then talk to her, because I feel like they set you off. Your parents set you off a lot. They feel pretty manipulative, actually, and when I'm hearing that they use their money and their position and their clout as a weapon, they are manipulative. Just know that. Okay? All right, gypsies. In the comments area, I do have a link if you want to get my next free pouch that I will be doing as a free giveaway when I reach 300 subscribers. All you have to do is put your name and that you would like the pouch, and do that in the link, which will be another one of my videos. Okay, and you can just put that there in that video, in the comments of that video. So thank you very much, and I will see you in a couple of days, and all my best to you, gypsies. Bye.